Recently, I was doodling in Procreate and I drew something I was really excited about, and I wanted to explore it in a traditional medium. But how do you turn your digital drawings into a painted illustration? If you have the right printer, there are ways you can print line art right onto your watercolor paper. But if you're like me, you don't have access to even a normal printer, let alone a fancy one like that. So I'll show you step by step how I turned this digital drawing into a painted traditional piece quickly. First, I'll open up my digital drawing and export it into a JPEG. This way, I can see it in my Photos app, and I won't accidentally put marks on the drawing and move it around when I trace it. Now I'll just take my regular printer paper and place it over my screen. You can use whatever paper you have available that is thin enough so you can see your line work through it. Using my pencil, I'll lightly trace my line work. Don't push too hard because you don't want to hurt your screen. You can even tape your paper to the screen if you're worried about the paper shifting, but I like being able to arrange the line work in different places on the paper just by shifting the paper slightly. Once everything is the way you want it, you can put your digital art away. Choose your paper or canvas for the final piece and set it down where it won't move around. I use blue painter's tape because it is both sturdy and easy to remove. I also like to have a nice white border around the paper, so I'm putting a lot of tape down. But you can just clamp or tape down the corners if you prefer. Next comes the graphite paper. If you aren't familiar, you can purchase this from most art stores. One side will be dark with the graphite and the other side will be light. When you place the dark side onto your drawing surface and draw on the light side, the graphite gets pressed into the paper to replicate your drawing. So I will tape this graphite side down onto my watercolor paper. Finally, I'll place the traced line work over the graphite paper. Take your time to arrange it where you'd like it to end up on the watercolor paper. Once everything is taped down and secure, I'll use a red pencil to draw over my traced lines. Any drawing utensil will do at this stage, but I do recommend using a different color from your line work so you can tell where you've traced already. You also shouldn't have to use too much force. In this example, I did end up pushing down on these lines a little too hard, as you'll see in a bit. Once everything is traced again, I'll remove the line work and the graphite paper. And just like that, I have my digital line work on my watercolor paper. Again, because I pressed down fairly hard, the graphite is a little too dark for my gouache paint, so I'll use a kneaded eraser to lighten it up. In all, the line work transfer took a little under an hour for me. But it will obviously take more time if you have more lines or if you're trying to be extra precise. I personally enjoy being able to make it a little different and new every time I draw it and trace it. But overall, the final line work ended up almost exactly the same. I love to be able to use my digital art program to easily draw and erase and arrange things the way I want them on a canvas. It makes painting so much more fun and easy when I'm not worried about the composition. All I have to do now is think about the color. I didn't match the color exactly with this piece, but that is definitely another skill altogether. Overall, I'm incredibly excited with how both of these pieces turned out. Let me know which one you prefer. I hope you're excited to try this on your own. Whether you're a digital artist or a traditional artist, I hope you'll explore ways to use both mediums in your process. There are a ton of benefits to both mediums, and I think they work really well together. And if you're looking for other ways to make the most of your digital art software, check out this video where I share 10 digital art tips for beginners. See you there, and happy drawing!